What's up, YouTube? This is Bait here, and today I'm gonna bring you guys another OU match, but with a different team again. This team is actually a variation of the team that I've been using currently on PO quite a lot. I've been really liking it, and this is like the first variation of it, so it has some. It has a couple like a few really obvious flaws that I have fixed later to make it better and into what it is today. But this is a match against actually the same guy that I battled last time, pro Poke player, or Jay the Battler. That's his new account. He left a comment and I actually read comments, so there you have it. But actually it's pretty much the same team that you may have seen, you know, now on PO with me. But I actually have over Scizor and Landorus. I have Ferrothorn and Gliscor on this one, but they just didn't really work for it, so I changed them up. And they, the Landorus and the Scizor work much better now. But anyways, looking at the teams, my opponent's team, he has Hail with Abomasnow. And I was thinking what could set up rocks. There's Ferrothorn and possibly Metagross, so I just decided to go with Heatran, although he could possibly leave with Rotom or even the Landorus, but I decided to go with Heatran, see how it goes, and this is actually Heatran on a balloon, and I just go straight for the Fire Blast. We have battled quite a bit, so we sometimes tend to make some over predictions, and he was apparently just thinking that we would trade some Stealth Rocks, but I decided to go straight for the attack. It pays off big time, because I just take him out and no rocks for him. I honestly don't see any other reason why he would have stayed in if he wasn't predicting the Stealth Rocks. But anyways, in comes Rotom. I go into my Lantern because I can pretty much wall him. But I actually made this just after like a standard Smogon set from Gen 4 OU or Gen 4 NU, wherever it was, a standard set. But I didn't have Volt Switch. But I was thinking he's not gonna Volt Switch, he's not gonna Hydro Pump again. So I go into my Heatran, and he actually pulls a double switch into his Ferrothorn, just like I was predicting, so I do get a chance to set up my Stealth Rocks for free as he goes into his Mens, and I was honestly not thinking what he could do to me, since I have a balloon, so he can't EQ me. But he turns out most likely to be Specs as he goes for the Hydro Pump, and it does like a lot, but it doesn't KO, because Heatran does have the natural bulk. But I get a chance to KO him with my Hidden Power Ice, so Heatran just doing some work, set up my rocks, just took out two guys. Damn, gotta love it. But anyways, in comes the Landorus. Gliscor can pretty much take anything that he has, barring the HBIs, but I'm kind of thinking he would be choiced in some way, so you know, I figured I could set up here pretty much. So I go for the Swords Dance, and I pretty much at this time I didn't think too many Landoruses were carrying HBIs anyways. Today's standard they are, but this match is like pretty old again. But I set up SD on the switch. He does switch out into Abomasnow. I go for Protect, kind of a scouting move, but I did not see leftovers, so I was thinking, could this be like possibly choiced? I don't want to risk it though, so I just go into my Vaporeon, which gets frozen. But something that happens on the first turn is even more hilarious. Maybe you can guess. Well, I'm gonna go for Scald, which is, you know, going to thaw me out. And yeah, I thaw myself out with Scald, and of course I get the burn. So some instant karma right there. It was just funny that, you know, he freezes me, and then I use Scald, and that even burns him. And then he goes for Bullet Seed, which is, I was expecting the Wood Hammer, which they usually carry. But I guess he was just trying out Bullet Seed with the little boost in 5th gen. I think at least it got a little boost in the base power in 5th gen. Anyways, I'm rambling. So I'm gonna actually make a wish here. He keeps on Bullet Seeding me. This one hits 3 times. And actually on the first time when he went for the Bullet Seed, he got like 2 crits. So like so much hacks on consecutive turns. But anyways, I make a wish and I switch into my Heatran because I figure a burned Bullet Seed is going to do like 1 damage or something, because I 4 times resist grass and he's burned. So I'm actually going to receive the wish right here, but he actually makes a double switch into his Rotom. Well, that works out because I get my wish. So Heatran that was on the brink of death is now back to green health, and I can actually now switch into his Ferrothorn or something without, you know, really caring about dying too much, because, you know, if he'd attack me on the switch with a powerful power whip, you know, that could possibly still take me out even with the resistance. Although not really sure, but the hail would. So it was a good thing that I got the wish. That is what I'm trying to say here. So, anyways, he goes for the Willow. I go into my Lantern again to pretty much wall him, and I actually just go for the Heal Bell, which I was trying out on this set. But then I realized I have Gliscor on this team, so it's kind of stupid, and that is one of the reasons why I changed my Gliscor into a Landorus. It has the same typing, but it just works better for the team. And, you know, getting rid of my own Poison Heal, you know, is kind of dumb. But that is what I changed pretty much straight after this match. But speaking of Landorus, he goes into his, and I'm actually just gonna go into Ferrothorn this time. It's at full health, so I can pretty much take anything that he has to dish at me. And this is actually, you don't see leftovers, this is a choice banded Ferrothorn. But I was pretty sure he would go into his, so, and I was, well, the two things, like, he's locked into EQ most likely, so the safe thing is to go into Latios, and also if he wants to go into his own Ferrothorn to wall my Ferrothorn, because we all know Ferrothorns kind of Ferrothorns wall other Ferrothorns. So I figured it would be a pretty safe move to go into Latios. And I do have the hidden power fire, of course, so I just go for that, and it does a hefty chunk to the Ferrothorns, but it does not KO because I'm only, you know, expert belted. And I'm just gonna go for another one just to take him out if he does decide to stay in, but he actually goes into his Rotom to take the hits, and now that he has the Leech Seed on me, that's gonna be that's gonna get some of his health back too. But, you know, as you may already know, my Latios is not choiced. I am expert belted, so I'm actually gonna go for the Draco Meteor on the following turn, but he actually made a really nice scout for it, and he goes back into his Ferrothorn. But the thing is, from this range, a stab Draco Meteor will do enough damage to him where his own hail will actually take him out. It was a nice scout, but at this point it doesn't really make too big of a difference. But I guess he was thinking, I guess he was, you know, judging by the damage, the fact that, you know, HP Fire with Specs would have most likely taken him out. He wanted to make the scout, but, you know, he dies anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But anyways, in comes Landorus, forces me out with the U-turn. I go into my Ferrothorn and get some nice Iron Barbs damage on him. And then his last guy, the last guys he has left are actually the this Rotom and the Landorus. And actually, I'm just gonna go for a pretty cool move that you don't really see too often in 5th gen. And he goes for Hydro Pump, and I'm gonna go for the Explosion! And that is just so nice to use Explosion. It is just such a shame that they nerfed it in 5th gen. I still don't know why they did it. Like, seriously, if it was for the triple barrel mechanics, they could have just nerfed it for the triples, not overall. And, you know, Explosion, it was so cool. And now they nerfed it, and now it kind of sucks. But actually, on Choice Banded Ferrothorn, it's a pretty nice move. But anyways, I kind of rambled over stuff, but his last guy is the Landorus. I have Gliscor. He can't do anything to me, and I'm just gonna take him out with the Facade. Doesn't really matter what move I go for. We'll take him out from this range. So that will be the game. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a thumbs up if you did. I would appreciate it. And that will pretty much be all for today. I'll try to do a PO match for tomorrow. I actually have one really interesting match backed up, but earlier today I was, you know, going to the website that converts the battle logs into actual animated battles, but the site isn't working right now. I don't know what's happening there, but hopefully it'll get fixed so I can, you know, start recording my matches again there and get that done with. Otherwise, I'll probably just do a live narration or something. I'll have to see. Also, Minecraft isn't working. Like, the two things. I was, you know, trying to do a PO match. Nope, I can't record anything. I was going on Minecraft, they're doing some maintenance. They were doing some maintenance yesterday, they're still continuing it. And after the maintenance yesterday, you know, I tried to log in, but it just didn't let me log in, and which is like really weird. I don't know. I guess I just have to go and play some Skyrim again. But that will be enough of rambling for today. Hopefully everything sorts out and stuff. But yeah, indeed, that's everything. Everything for now. So until next time, this is the Flaming Spade signing out. Peace.